Welcome to Mannheim Hauptbahnhof, located in Baden-Württemberg, Germany. Follow the markers to board your train before departure. Sit down in any available seat in the indicated carriage. The area's first station opened in 1840 before being relocated in the 1860s, with further station developments in the 1870s. In 1867, a two-track bridge was opened over the Rhine, replacing the Ludwigshafen Mannheim ferry. Between 1874 and 1875, a new reception building was built. At the start of the 20th century, the station underwent many significant developments, such as expanding the main station building and constructing additional platforms. Around 20 years later, the face of the reception building was moved 10 meters forward, doubling the floor space. In the 1950s, the station building was under consideration to be moved. However, the station stayed where it was. Instead, the tracks were raised and the station was expanded to 12 platforms. By the 1980s, 30,000 passengers used the station daily and around 700 trains stopped there. The station was comprehensively redesigned and renovated between 1999 and 2001 and went on to win Station of the Year in 2005. Further expansions were made in 2014 to include a new 210-meter-long platform, Platform F. Rock up to the rolling hills of Rhineland-Palatinate and embark on varied passenger services along the scenic Phälzische Ludwigsbahn in Train Sim World 5. From local S-Bahn to meandering ICE traffic, enjoy a different pace on the rails between Kaiserslautern and the busy hub of Mannheim. In this training module, you will be learning to operate this ICE 3M high-speed electric train. During this brief introduction, you will be taken through the critical driving controls and performing passenger operations. When you're ready to begin, climb aboard. Sit in the driver's seat. You'll now go through the steps needed to take over this train. The reverser determines the direction of travel. Set the headlights, as this will let others around you know that this train is operational.
Zugbeeinflussung. WB gesperrt. WB gesperrt.
You can now open the passenger doors and begin loading.
Türen geöffnet.
It is time to depart. Close the passenger doors.
Schließvorgang eingeleitet.
The train brake controls the braking force across the entire formation and will need to be released before you can move the train. It's time to get going. Use the throttle and apply a small amount of power to get the train moving.
SIFA. Zugbeeinflussung.
On level grades, you can coast to maintain your speed, reducing energy consumption and stress on the motors. When coasting, always remain vigilant of the grade, as changes could cause the train to speed up or slow down. Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, slow the train using the train brake. First built in 1994 by the order of Deutsche Bahn, the ICE 3Ms were developed to operate international services across Europe's main lines. In 2007, these trains were licensed for operation in the Netherlands, Belgium and France, with many of the trains regularly reaching speeds of 320 km per hour, particularly those servicing the French LGV Est. You are approaching the station. Begin applying a small amount of braking force using the train brake to bring the train to a gentle stop.
Störung.
SIFA.
Zugbeeinflussung. Störung.
SIFA.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Nice job. The train has safely come to a stop. You can now begin loading.
Türen geöffnet.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train. In this training module, you will be learning how to drive a BR425 electric multiple unit. During this brief introduction, you will be taken through the critical driving controls and performing passenger operations. When you are ready, climb aboard. Take a seat in the driver's position so that you can prepare the train for service. For this introduction, you will be completing a full loop of the circuit and performing passenger operations when you reach the next stop. Prepare the train for departure. The reverser determines the direction of travel. Set the headlights, as this will let others around you know that this train is operational. To begin loading passengers, you will need to open the passenger doors. It is time to depart. Close the passenger doors. This train features a combined power and brake handle known as a master controller. To get the train moving, move the master controller into the power range. On level grades, you can coast to maintain your speed. Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, apply a small amount of braking force using the master controller. Built between 1999 and 2008 by Bombardier, Siemens and DWA, these units are mainly used for Regiobahn services. The BR425 shares a lot of design aspects with the BR423, BR424 and BR426 found on other routes within Germany. This unit has a power output of over 2,300 kilowatts, 3,150 horsepower, allowing for a maximum speed of 160 kilometers per hour, 99 miles per hour. You're now approaching the station, so apply a small amount of braking force using the master controller to bring the train to a gentle stop. The train has now come to a stop, so you can now open the passenger doors and begin boarding. Continue on to the next stop unguided this time and see how you get on. Good work. That concludes all the basics of operating this train.